A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant move aimed at addressing illegal immigration and crime, President Trump has ordered the mobilization of up to 1,700 National Guardsmen across 19 states. Pentagon officials confirmed this operation, which is set to assist the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, in what has been described as a nationwide crackdown. The states involved include Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Louisiana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Mexico, Ohio, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, and Wyoming. The mobilization is effective from August through mid-November, with Texas expected to host the largest contingent of National Guard troops. The National Guard soldiers will serve as a support pillar to a sweeping federal interagency effort, acting as a visible deterrent force against illegal immigration and crime. According to a U.S. defense official, the service members will assist Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, by performing various administrative functions related to the processing of illegal migrants. This includes case management, transportation, logistical support, and clerical tasks that may involve personal data collection, fingerprinting, DNA swabbing, and photographing individuals in ICE custody. President Trump has expressed intentions to expand the operations beyond Washington, D.C., indicating that cities such as Chicago and New York could be next on the list for increased federal presence. During a recent address to federal agents and National Guard troops, Trump stated, "We're going to make it safe, and we're going to then go on to other places." As of now, fewer than 2% of the authorized forces have been mobilized, but the missions coordinated under state governors are expected to ramp up in the coming weeks. In Virginia, approximately 60 soldiers and airmen are scheduled to begin training on August 25th, with duties commencing in early September. However, it is important to note that Virginia National Guard personnel will not engage in law enforcement functions or make arrests. They will report directly to ICE leadership, but remain under the control of the Virginia governor and the adjutant general. The deployment of National Guard troops represents a significant shift in the U.S. military's role in immigration enforcement. Historically, the Posse Comitatus Act of 1878 restricts the use of military personnel for civilian law enforcement. However, the National Guardsmen will be mobilizing under Title 32 Section 502F authority, which allows for a different operational framework that does not fall under the restrictions of Posse Comitatus. This change comes after Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth approved additional forces for DHSC interior enforcement support in July, switching existing approvals from Title 10 to Title 32 status. A U.S. defense official noted that while most deployments remain in the planning phase, operations are expected to begin in states such as Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, and Nevada during the first week of September. The official emphasized that the Guardsmen will operate under the command of their respective governors, and the timeline for deployment will vary from state to state based on coordination with DHS. Interestingly, Vermont has opted not to activate its National Guardsmen, despite the Pentagon's authorization. Meanwhile, in Washington, D.C., nearly 2,000 National Guard soldiers from various states have already been deployed to support law enforcement efforts, focusing on maintaining a visible security presence around the city. Under direct presidential authority, these Guard members have been assigned to various posts, including monuments and checkpoints, with the ability to carry weapons if necessary. This mobilization in D.C. is part of a broader directive aimed at protecting territorial integrity and enforcing immigration policies, although the missions in D.C. and the states remain distinct. President Trump has made it clear that he is committed to addressing crime and illegal immigration, stating, "The big question is how long do we stay? Because if we stay, we want to make sure it doesn't come back. So we have to take care of these criminals and get them out." As the administration prepares for heightened enforcement measures, the implications of deploying National Guard troops in this capacity continue to be a topic of discussion and debate among lawmakers and the public. With the approaching Independence Day celebration in 2026, the administration's focus on beautification and security in Washington, D.C. raises questions about the long-term presence of National Guard troops in urban areas and their role in civil enforcement. As the situation develops, All eyes will be on how these operations unfold and the impact they may have on communities across the nation. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.